See that little jolt? That's his knot there.
A sentence you did not think you were going to hear today. I was watching a midget do a moonwalk.
Scat there. I'll show you that. Look at that. Pick it up. Move this. I am one. You are two.
No, I am one. We're back. Yes, it has been a hiatus, but we are back, and we are back with a good old-fashioned flobbernotter.
Bro, none.
Sounds like a gay porno.
Yeah,
Where have you been, Lex? And
Mr. Mitchell. About that video.
hello.
These little Egyptians down here.
Excuse me, Mr. Mitchell.
That was the best edit ever.
I did say in a previous video that I got a bit sick and had been in hiatus. Well, it's just so happened I got sicker. Yep, I borderline pneumonia'd it. But now, finally, look, I don't die when I try and breathe.
I'll just be living my best life, chilling away from you.
So we thought we would bring you guys back in to a good old-fashioned pain threshold pushing, not breakdown session. The knot has appeared. When I said I've been off for 3 months, I mean not just off, I've been off. No training, bugger all activity other than being able to walk. The first thing I did wasn't gym, it was a hike with a baby on my back. And guess what my body did? Why is it not funny? I've just gone back to training as of 7 days ago, and I'm just pushing back in, and I found that there is a knot the size of, it feels like a golf ball back there, which has appeared because being on computer enter like this, or driving, or doing normal boring stuff that dads have to do and all crap like that.
It's been
fall over. Why we always gotta go super gay?
Chesty foot.
Been making an income
Without compensation.
in other ways.
Imagine there's a small guy, you gotta try and stab him, and you're like this. Okay, and then
That's to make me.
imagine there's a dragon comes out of nowhere, you have to attack it too, it's like this. And he goes, look at him, fight him.
Where do we get to now?
The knot.
I'm also getting pain at the front of my shoulder. Lex, you've done so many videos. Mitchell's fixed it 9 times. And he has. It is fixed. There's nothing wrong with his shoulder, and it's all to do with that little bugger. And we're going to very easily do that. We're going to very easily do that with a simple before and after. But the main goal of this one is not break down pain threshold and Mitchell making gay jokes as many times as he sees fit. Mr. Mitchell, why would I be getting shoulder pain here from something that's trapped up all the way back here?
That's it. I was watching this little midget do the moonwalk, and he was like, oh, right, that's it. I'll show you the video after.
A sentence you did not think you were going to hear today. I was watching a midget do a moonwalk.
Twirl. I'm going to spin you.
Okay.
Spin. Bro, you meant to stay. You watch this back, that sounds so shit. So go. Oh my God. What we're going to do is just turn Lex around. Good. Right, fuck that, my arms are aching. So Lex has a knot here. His trap would be tight as hell. So what'll happen is, if it's knotted as well, you can't get full range of motion and full flexibility from that muscle, so it will start to tighten up, all right? And have a huge knot in this. And also to your side, if he raises his trap up a little bit, boom, this won't work properly on the whole joint itself, okay? So the root cause could be from the knot itself. If we just massage this and address this, it might come back again. Why? Because the root cause has not been addressed, which could be the knot in here. But what we will do is massage here and then get into his shoulder and see how he feels. If it comes back, the root cause has not been found, which therefore we have to further investigate, possibly a part 2.
And the reason that I'll be feeling pain, and the reason I think it's the knot every time I try to do a lateral raise or a front raise, in fact I can even feel it now, it's coming there, is because I think my shoulder's hitched and it's causing impingement on here, moving it out of its natural plane of motion.
So watch, go into your bench press position. Yeah, okay, and like this is great, but watch, imagine if his trap was so tight he couldn't actually depress the shoulder. Now bring it back up. Okay, do you see the difference? That is a shit position to bench in because so much stress goes through his shoulder. If his trap and this was elongated and loosened off, he can get down into here, contract his lats better, and bench from a safer position, overhead press, and a heel cough.
But you can see how that little bit of an increment of elevation there could put your whole bench press off, and you start doing this, and eventually over time, you're gonna get injured. So this is not only gonna be fun to watch, but it is great for avoidance. So if you have problem areas, this is one of mine from being on the motorbikes.
Yes.
This is also gonna show you what happens when you don't have your problem areas seen to on a regular basis. Because as I told you, 3 months off, it's been shit. Let's get back to the fun.
And just a quick one, we create results. Someone said to me, do you know how much pressure it takes to break down the scar tissue and an adhesion itself? Who gives a shit? When I go into him and massage the shit out of him, what does he get? Results. So shut the fuck up.
You don't know the power of the Tums. The Tums have the power to pressure your soul back to the nether world.
Go.
Healthy shoulder, non-healthy shoulder. You can tell the difference because one's coloured in and one isn't. A 7.5 kilo dumbbell, because I know that's all the weight I need to create a bit of pain. Good side. Nothing, all the way up. Lovely jubbly. Nothing. Not even warmed up, no pain, nothing, not even a crumply crunch. This shoulder. Okay, let's see where it comes. Hey, fucking right there.
You heard that, then?
You hear that? So I can go through that, and it makes me grimace. So when I come up, this is where it hurts. Right there. I can't even get to parallel. So you can see this is all my front delt here, and it is literally pinging down here. Also what it makes me do is it makes me want to kind of do this, like pull away from where it's hurting me. It's kind of this head here that is firing off. Now we're looking at the knot being back here, causing a hitch, just causing this to bite. It really wants to be here, and it's forcing it to be up here, which is obviously putting this joint out of its safe range of motion right there. Good arm, I can hold it where the pain is on the other one, no problem. Increment through without issue, stopping and starting. I can get to here, no pain, and then pain! And I can hold it, but it's hurting me at the same time. And to start and stop, bear in mind it's only 7.5 kilos, and that negative, as I come down, makes me just want to let it
do
go.
a front raise.
Good arm, whoop. No trouble whatsoever. Bad one, there.
Yeah.
As soon as it gets to there, and it's shooting, if I hold it, it's shooting right down there, and that's me holding it at that angle.
Yeah. So I want to do one more, because I feel like it's a better way to isolate the doubt. You've done it before, probably in the past, in some old Lex videos. Is lie on the bench, hold your dumbbell, and just cry. This is from a dead stop, so there's no trap involvement here. This is one of the best ways to train your side delts, really. It's literally just here from a dead stop, because the first initial raise is a lot of stress on that shoulder. Then we're coming up to here, boom, and we can stop literally when gravity disappears. So just before there, then coming down, okay? You will know if there's issues in your shoulder from doing this. You'll get a crazy pump from it though, but it purely isolates the shoulder. Basics, man. We all forget about the basics because everyone's trying to find a new way to fucking train their ball sack, but just have a wank.
Yeah. Shall we good arm first?
Yeah.
Curl up as if you've just found out that your girlfriend's been cheating on you with 17 other dudes. And they all work out and you don't.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my back on you. Straight up, boom. Okay.
Oh, you can feel that one dig straight into the muscle.
Just
a really good isolation.
See there, that's where he'll go to, then come back down. It's unreal, isn't it?
So good.
Bad shoulder, he'll have to go from a dead stop here.
Dead
okay.
stop. There, pain.
Okay, and come back down. Good. Try and go through it for me. Just in the one.
Pain from here all the way down, pain, 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 no pain, pain, no pain, pain.
Okay, there you go, good. So it's the exact same when you do lateral raise, you stood up.
There, pain, yeah, so it's similar.
Yeah. We can say front delt, side delt, one of them. We'll massage them both anyway.
Health is wealth, unless you're given a giant bag of free sweets, in which case you have to annoy Mitchell by eating them really loudly.
It grinds my gears.
It's genuine.
Yeah, well, life's about balance, remember. You don't want to be too healthy, do you? Oh, God, it makes me feel sick.
It's the same noise.
You're so echoey, man.
I really got big jaw muscles. Shrimps. Hands down one of the greatest sweets of all time.
Ah, my jaw just clipped. No, bro, it's like getting attacked. This is where you're getting from.
It's like my childhood in a flavour. Ooh, a shark.
And then let them massage.
Sweet titty mongoose. Okie dokie. This is my body. After 3 months and no training.
Let's just go over his little bit of anatomy using his body. So here is his trap. Lower trap will come up like this, spill over like this, okay? And then you can feel some nodules here, and that's where you attach and come in all the way up to here, okay? We have lower trap, middle trap, and then upper trap, all right? The trap is a web like that, so all it would do is pinch all this together for me to pull all that back, okay? Like that, all right? That sits over the top, okay? Very superficial. Lex is finding the issue up around here. Skin goes white like that, okay? Right there. Let's palpate so you can find this knot. If we just have a little feel and palpate the muscle, and eventually it will quite like blocked up, which is probably around here, like there.
Yeah.
That one feels more like this. The rest it feels like, you know, like it moves together. It's like trying to find your testicle in the ball sack. Some area feels pretty loose. The rest of it's like, whoa, what is this? So basically that there is where his knot is, all that there. There's his scapula. See that there's a bone here. You see that there? This is his bone. There's muscle on top of it. That's his scap. But look, see it's red. That's where his issue is. We've got the trapezius. It could be that. But also underneath that, we have the rhomboids, which pinch these blades together like that. There's another muscle called the levator scapula. It goes like that, runs up into here. So it could be that. No, let's have a look.
Oh.
There's a knot there. Watch my form. Watch my form.
Oh.
See it flickers there. This is different. Look. Go to here. Oh my god, I can feel it in my ear.
Dude, it's going...
Yeah, it's going. Okay, so that there is not.
The way I can describe that feeling is get your hand, find that tendon that runs above your metatarsal and flick it back and forth. That is exactly what that feels like. But think of that little tendon there being this thick.
That's a perfect way to explain it, to be fair, isn't it?
When you do that dunk as well, the dunk goes dunk.
Yeah.
Dunk.
Okay. Also, another palpation test we're going to do is shoulder.
We're going to be palpating the shoulder now, palpating.
But what I want to do first is to stretch out the shoulder and see if we get any restrictions. Do your left one for me, behind your back. Easy.
Yeah.
Now do your right. Any restriction, any tightness?
A little not really.
Okay, it's fine then. So there's not a lot of tightness going on, but we'll palpate now. So right there, look, is I'm in the split. What we're going to do, we're going to stretch it and then do it. Okay, so now it's stretched out, so look, right there is the split. You'll feel it, it's like a little dip. He's feeling it right in his front out there, okay?
See, now if this was a shoulder problem, I would be squirreling off the bench with you pressing that now.
Also, the character process, which is in here.
We fixed all this.
Yeah.
And you see? We fixed it. Nothing.
When you get in mushy issue, when he loads that issue. So whenever a joint hits 90 degrees, it struggles the most, okay?
Yeah. And you know your body. I feel like I'm having to keep that shoulder, think about keeping the shoulder in the joint, to stop it doing this. Because the pain hits here,
okay.
Wants to just bite straight in.
It could be inflammation in the tendon. The trap here, that could be mashed up, which can be causing this as well, just because it causes overcompensation, and this has got a little bit too damaged. If we loosen this off and it starts to fade away, that's great. That means the root cause is up here, and we've allowed that to heal.
So, yes, the shoulder isn't damaged, but you can see how it would get damaged later down the line. So if we release that shoulder plus the knot all in one go, we should fix root cause and ancillary pain because of the knot thing. Yeah, should work.
3 years in now, and you still haven't fucking sponsored me, so no.
Pain count, info count, commences finding notoriety.
I need to put my energy up.
Yeah!
And do you remember when people did planking?
What?
Remember when people did planking?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the knot, shut the fuck up, Mitchell. So we find that knot again, around, there it is.
Look at this dick.
So there it is. I can feel like a clunk, clunk, clunk. There, look.
Yeah, that's plunking.
So it's around here, I'm gonna leave a mark. Boom, there, that's where it is, okay? See there, like there.
Oh
look.
my god, you can hear that.
Do I find it
hang
on this one?
Wait.
There,
Yeah,
okay,
do it
right.
again.
Don't move this fat head.
Okay.
It's like going to
That
bump.
is mad. Just go
What I'm gonna do, break it all up, okay, do some soft tissue release.
Before we start, one thing. Why have I got this knot again when I haven't been training? And two, how painful is it to break knots like this down when they get this big?
The reason why you get knots is because it's fucking life, okay? You have a physical life, your muscles, this is what happens, unfortunately. Also, stress, okay? What goes on in here, your body is going to show you what's going on. If your body feels like shit, something's not right in here. You crazy motherfucker! Knots is a no-no, and we need to release it. Also, movement is your medicine. So if Lex was training, he's allowing his muscles to stretch fully, and then contract and move, which allows things to, you know, unlock and create more mobility, flexibility, and contractibility. If he's not doing that, we're getting locked up. He needs a bit of movement as well. Motion.
That's good.
Motion is the lotion.
How painful are these to break down on a scale?
Depends how much of a little bitch you are. So you're quite a little bitch. So you're a big little bitch.
I'm a big little bitch.
It can be very painful, all right? Obviously, it depends how much pressure I apply, all right? But it can be very painful. For example, if you have a knot in the quad, God bless your soul. It's wherever you have hypersensitivity. If you have a knot there, it's gonna fucking hurt. Trapezius. You can see where it's gone red here, right? That's what we're gonna break into. Here, we're gonna flush. So there's a thing called a lymph drainage also, okay? So what this is doing, we're pushing out, flowing all this toxic shit into his lymphatic system, his lymph nodes, flushing it all out. So also it sends blood there, which helps heal. So a knot, you can break down, but then also the next couple of days, it's gonna feel like shit, but it's healing. So Lex might feel like he's been smacked by a little crackhead on the street who just wants his cornflakes.
But it's healing. So remember, next time your missus says, "Oh, relationship's broken," whap out the oil and say, "Don't worry, I'm about to do some healing."
You'll see in the camera up. See,
Oh
see it
my God.
moves. That's his knot there, yeah. Here, everything's smooth. I get to here. I can feel this.
Fuck it, you're like a marble that you're
Yes,
pushing back and
I'm gonna break it up.
Ugh.
Okay, there's another angle I'm gonna get at, which is better than this one. Stay where you are, Lex. Let's see what it looks like on camera. So the better way to get into this knot is this angle here. So right there, you see I'm just leaning like this.
Oh,
Okay,
double pop. Oh,
I can feel.
oh my God.
See that little jolt? That's his knot there. How to save your motherfucking thumbs? The shimmy, yeah? The lean in, but you apply all body weight into the trap.
Oh,
I'm going to get out the stick in a minute. So you see this angle I am creating?
yes,
The 90 degree from the arm to the foot,
mathematical pain.
okay? But this is like a huge
Fuck.
little baby in here. It's like a little testicle.
It is like a little testicle.
So this would be fuck me, I forgot the techniques, but this is one of them. We starve that area of oxygen. The knot now might lose contractibility, which is great. But I'm literally
Fucking hell. Jesus. Mother of Mary. Oh, I'm not even religious.
let your head hang off the bed a little bit.
What, like four?
Yeah. There you go. That's it. So I'm going to compress his knot.
Oh, fuck.
There.
Doodle dicks, dude.
Now move your neck left and right for me.
No.
Bro, slowly, man. Fucking hell. So you see how we're creating movement now. Soft tissue release. I'm allowing my thumb to compress on this knot. So it popped off a little bit, which is good.
I felt that.
Yeah. Okay. And then just. Okay.
Oh, God damn.
And also, now bring this behind your back. We've got to try and get this scap a bit more mobile. The levator scap will run like this up to here, okay? Because now his scap's poked out, we can get into this a little bit different. And just loosen this up. Now I'm just going to rip up his scap. See it moving there.
Yeah, that feels nice.
You can pull the scap away like this.
Oh.
There is his scap. And we're creating a bit of mobility here into this. You see, we're mobilizing this. But you got to remember, Lex trains, these muscles are strong, the tendons are like this. Yeah? So you got to apply a bit of pressure. If Janet came on here, who was 70, 4 stone, okay, vegan, I'd probably fucking rip her shoulder off, yeah? So I won't be doing this much pressure. When someone trains, we've got to learn to loosen all this up. We're going to try and pick him up now, watch. Do you consent?
I consent. Wing me, bro.
Oh, that feels weird. I can feel your fingers in my scalp.
Yeah. Look how deep.
Oh my god.
So look how deep my thumb has gone in this.
I can feel you, bro.
So these fingers, watch this. You can get right in his scalp there. I'll show you that. Look at that. And we can literally pick it up, move this. And what will happen is you'll have more range here, but also this position here, what we've been doing, stretching that trap as well, pulling it over here, getting into this, and then loosening this off here. This already feels fucking wonderful now. I'm going to push in. This is horrendous because he stretches this all out.
That was right to my front delt.
The whole bed is smooth. Okay. This we need a lot of fucking power
Listen.
into his trap.
Oh, Christ.
But you want to break up these knots, we've got to get some force in there. Shut the fuck up, Ben, man. Relax this. Watch the difference now in his shoulders. Oh, fucking hell, look at the difference. Look at that. If you see on the camera, look. See that ring? This one here is more subtle. Look at the steak. You've got well done, and you've got medium here. So watch, put this arm on your back. Okay, see this restriction here? Now relax this one to this one. How's that feel? See that? Yeah? That can easily pop out there. We create more mobility there, okay? But also, we can loosen off all these traps here, which can help this, which can help his shoulder, okay? You see it all links together. So that knot there, look, that's come off loads, which is good. But think of knots like this. When a muscle is so fucking tight and always being used, it gets like this, okay, and gets mashed up. Then when we, let's say, tear it, it heals like this. Do you know what I mean? With scar tissue.
Yeah.
Then what we have to do is completely fucking break this motherfucker down till it completely just dies, okay? And then it starts to heal, and whilst moving properly, this muscle gets its functionality back.
Yeah.
If it's like this, it won't stretch properly. So if I had a string this big and tie the knot in it, it's like this big now, isn't it? So there's less range. We have to undo everything. And, you know, if science in 5 years says, it's not true, fuck it. This is what we think is right now. What matters is if Lex has results now, then there we go. We have fucking science. That's our case study. And if you haven't had a sport massage and want to comment on this, I'm going to clamp his muscle there, yeah? And what he's going to do is going to move his neck up and down. We've already addressed that muscles will tie into the skull. So we're creating a stretch under a compression like this. Let's say the knot has decreased, but it's still there. Let's just book him for further sessions and we'll carry on this treatment. But realistically, you won't really know until, you know, tomorrow, the next day, the day after, of how his well-being's being with this. And then his training is, then we know we're getting results. Woo. So remember when we did the test at the start of the video, Lex was getting issues in his shoulder. So his front delt, there was his split. So we're going to get into this. Straighten his arm out. Okay. So here, that's where he's getting issues right there. So what?
Is this a byproduct of that, or is this something is this an injury to the shoulder?
There. That is a pressure point there. Why? Because that's where his bone is, yeah?
Yeah.
Coming off there, that's where his muscle is here, okay? We can get into his front delt like that. Loosen it off.
Bruised.
Okay?
Oh, a bad bruise, and you're poking it.
So we're really just trying to get into this. I'll massage this out, all right, and loosen it off. If the knot disappears, it's fine. But the shoulder pain comes back, it's a second issue, something else is going on, okay? Also, what's going to be massive for him, he's going to get back into training properly. All that movement, all that blood flow will just probably heal him anyway. He's probably discovering new pains and niggles because he's not moving as much.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know what I mean?
You've fixed one area, and now the other area that was compensating for that area now fixed is released, and then you start to feel the fucking pain there. Because it can now like stretch further and move through different ranges, which it couldn't do before because it was impinged.
Now put this behind your back.
That was way worse. That was way worse than I made out then.
So put that arm behind your back.
Oh, that's still going.
We can stretch this delt more now. His front delt will stretch like here. So his delts, look, boom. His rear delt, his lateral delt, his anterior delt over here. Okay, so we can get into this whilst in the stretch position and really get into a good massage on this.
That is easing off real quick.
So I'm going to create a bit of pressure in his shoulder joint now to create a bit of space in that capsule.
Oh, that's nasty.
So I can push on this a little bit here. This is going to hurt. then relax.
Ah.
Nice. If I was to do this and not be so specific, I'd massage his pec as well. But we're going to leave it out. Because you want to actually see if it is his front delt, which is causing the issue. Okay. Okay. I'm going to compress and you're going to raise your arm up slowly. And back up.
What was that?
It slipped. So you see I can pretty much turn his shoulder off by doing that.
Yeah, that feels weird.
And then relax. Okay. Then his split here. There. See it twitch there, watch. Keep your eyes here. There.
Fuck.
Okay, with your arm, Lex, do this for me. Try and twist the whole arm. That's it. There you go. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, this might feel bruised tomorrow, which is normal. Alright. He's gonna do a test tomorrow in the garage. Okay. To give you an actual insight of what's going on after 24 hours of a sport massage. Okay?
Oh, there's no pain now.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's good. It doesn't really describe it. It felt like it was going like this, and now it's just
Yeah.
pivoting like it should. All right, so there we go. That was pretty freaking horrendous. I'm not going to lie. I think I manned up on that one, and the sweat. You think most of this is oil. That is actually quite a lot of my sweat. In Jeff Goldblum's voice of sweat, yes. Pain with the thumbs, yes. I can't describe to you when the clunk, when he was going over the muscle, I could feel his thumb like going over a mount, and that is definitely going to bruise up. So because of that, I am not going to go and lift again now, because that would be silly, even though in the past, some person who may have looked a lot like me might have kind of done the same things. I have growth, adulting. As a result, we're going to go now film the stretches that Mitch was talking about for you guys, so you can immediately start doing. I'm going to go and do those tonight, tomorrow, and then in 24 hours, so when it gets to tomorrow evening, I'm going to retry those lifts, and we're going to see if it's got any better, and if we've actually solved the problem, or maybe just put a foot on the ladder of solvability.
Right, just to clear a few things up, everyone overcomplicates this. If you have an issue in your shoulder, stretch it and see if you get any release on it. If you're finding results, carry on. So what I'd recommend to Lex is this basic 2 stretches to do, which opens up the shoulder and gets some blood flow there. And when there's blood there, it mobilizes. All right, we don't want it to be tight. We want to force blood into that shoulder. So the basic one, which I used to do these when I used to have really tight shoulders from overhead press. You want to try to externally rotate the arm as far as it wants to go. Find your rack at home, in the gym, sorry. Put your wrist on the rack, like this. Then what you're going to do, you're going to push this elbow this way, like this, and twist this way. You'll feel this at the back of the shoulder. You're pushing your arm, the forearm, into the rack. 10 to 30 seconds.
That way, away from your arm.
Yeah, so watch my body. I'm going to twist this way, but this has to maintain. What I'm not going to do is this and this, driving this into the rack like that, okay? For 30 seconds, then relax. And you'll notice, we're doing, oh my God, already just doing this feels open. Compared to this one, I feel a lot of tightness at the back. This is the fun one you can do at home. This one here will create doing an isometric hold, static hold, whilst contracting the delts. Lex gets pain up here, so all I want him to do at home is go inside the door frame. You're pushing as hard as you can into this. Hold this for a minute. Then when you let go, your arms will naturally start to...
We used to do this at school.
Yeah, it's actually hard, but the thing is, it's funny because it does work, but this is getting pumped with blood whilst over here. Okay, so allowing blood flow to get to it. Keep it basic. You're going to make it super complex with 50,000 bands.
So there you go. 2 really basic stretches. One from school that you did because it felt like you had ghost arms, and one which seems so simple, yet I've never done.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how those do.
Yeah.
So as always, a thank you from Mr. Mitchell for the time and effort put in and the explanations that you guys seem to love so much. And then we'll see if the results are as we suspected.
Bro, zoom it up.
To the garage. Okay, so here we are back in the dungeon, and it has been a couple of days since having this not worked out because it was sore as a mother beep when I got back. So I thought I'd be ready to let it settle down before trialing all the little testy things that I've written down here that we need to do. So using an 8 kilo, which I have here, bang on 8 kilos, and I also have a 12 kilo one to test to see if it's just a weight or whether I've actually been healed enough to start incrementing up and it's still not fail, not up, or get all janky.
So remember, we've got those simple stretches to do as well, which obviously I have been trying to do alongside monkey hangs to release all that scapula underneath where that knot was too, to help everything work in situ. But this stretch here has hands down been one of the best ones that I had never done. And it's so simple, yet you just wouldn't really think to do it, or when you do it, you tend to do it that wrong way, you know, like we all do. So this one is definitely one I can say you will feel the benefits of it literally after doing it. So this is just to show that I have been doing these alongside. And then as well, of course, we had the lateral one, which I've just been using this power rack frame to do, and just push and hold. And it has the same essential effect as a doorway. So incorporating these two things, has that knot and that shoulder pain been addressed? Now, I'm not going to guess that that one massage has completely removed that knot, because it won't, because I'm doing a lot of repetitive things on daily basis, as well as riding the bikes. I don't think it's a major issue in the way the mechanics of my body work, but I'm putting myself in similar situations all the time to the way in which my body is now built, gets stressed from those positions, because just there's more muscle mass there to get tight. This will never not be funny. That's so weird. Okie dokie. Let's just check the notes before we start. Lateral raise to above the head. I'm going to hold it at the halfway point, see if there's pain or no pain. Then I'm going to go from halfway increments. I'm going to move 2 upward and see if there's no pain, and then reverse down the same way. So that looks something like this. Here we go. Ooh! Ooh, we move clean. Now, down to halfway. Oh, I'm just not warmed up enough to hold that, but let's see. Right, set it in, engage the back. Nothing. Hell yeah. So what there was before is there was no pain here, and then it got from pain from there to there. But as you can see, it's all good. Whoop, whoop. That is still, though, does feel like there's tension here. This side, this just feels like muscle engaging, whereas this side here feels like muscle tension. I don't know if that's going to make sense to you, but that's the only way I can describe it. So there is still definitely some rebuilding to be done here, and clearly I have to stay on top of this, because I could see very quickly how, yeah, that could turn back into pain. So once we've got it up to the half, we're going to go up another 2, all right? Did we use 8 kilos in the video? It feels bloody heavy. Pain. Okay, so there was pain here, there's no pain. And then there's no pain to the top, and coming back down, stop, no pain, no pain, no pain. There. Right, I think that is that? Hang on, let me test it. Yep, feels not far off. So before, we had pain pretty much immediately as it was lifted, and then I lifted it to overhead, and then there was pretty much pain near enough all the way down. So let's see. Well, again, that same tension is still there, but there's no massive pain making me want to stop. Now, on the negative, slow and controlled, let's see. Good, 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 still good, still good, still good. Oh, and just a touch of pain at that bottom, just a very, very bit before it touches down, where you've got to take all that, control that weight on the descent. All the way through that top end was great. Now, that, I think you would agree, is one hell of a result from a single session. Now, I still have my work to do here. I need to be doing those stretches a couple of times a day, and especially in between sets and before workouts. In between sets is key. Don't forget, because you feel warm, because you feel good, to do those stretches, because it's at that time that you can actually maximize the stretch as the muscle gets warmer and gets looser, and your mobility improves through the workout. After the fact, when you're cold and getting tight already, yes, it's still going to help, but adding in those bits where you're warm and adding the stretch in there is going to help you push through a great range of motion, open those muscles up more, open the joints up more, and help improve over time. So I've got a job to keep this up. If you see another shoulder pain video, you know it's not Mitch's fault. It's this guy who didn't keep up the rehab work. Let's not forget, I wanted to try that 12. Right, let's see what it's like on the left side. 12 kilos. Yeah, it's not so bad. Not warmed up either. I would say that still feels like tension. Let's see. Oh! 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 Fucking hell. Can't even do the freaking recovery bit without hurting yourself. Remember, kids,
I'm an adult. Technically. I mean, remember, lock it in, don't get lazy, don't get sloppy. Lift. A little more tension than the left side, but not pain that would stop me lifting. Wow. So there we have it. I think we proved that that shoulder pain was actually nothing to do with the goddamn shoulder. It was to do with the supporting muscle, which was all knotted up, pulling that shoulder out of its alignment that you need it to be in for a stable lift. And instead, it was being compromised, pulled out of the alignment it needs to be in to move through that range of motion, and that was causing impingement, which was causing pain. I hope from this video you can see that the pain you're getting is not always the source of where the problem is. And this is one of the biggest factors. So make sure that you are looking at yourself as an overall and that you are doing that maintenance work. And more than anything, if you are in pain, if you are suffering, don't drive through it. It doesn't make you tougher. It doesn't make you rougher. It just makes you fucked. Get yourselves booked in with Mitch if you want to. His links are all here on the screen and in the description. Or if you're not close enough to get to Mitch, make sure that you find somebody who is comparable. Make sure they are a trigger point specialist. That's what you're looking for. Somebody who's not scared to get in deep and somebody who's not scared to hurt you in the good ways. Just like all healthy relationships should be. It's such bad advice. So there you have it. Conclusive evidence that Mitchell and I are always right. So hopefully another fix that has helped you guys out, and we will keep an eye on this trap and see what happens over time, and we'll also keep working it through and let you guys know in other videos as little updates as we go along to see how much more we need to do, if anything, on it. After this, there's also going to be a tennis elbow video, which will have been part and parcel problematic syndrome from this causing problems here, which then will have caused a problem here when I went and did something else. I am now working a lot on cars and vehicles, building motorbikes, building cars, and it's great bloody fun. And I have an entire new channel that I just launched with this, and that requires a lot of movements the body's not used to, such as beating the crap out of metal, smacking things, cranking things, taking skin off your knuckles on a regular basis. And it was going great, and then I got really sick, and so now we are relaunching that channel, but not really, we're just putting new episodes up. Same as we've been doing with the Worst Pain series. So the reason it's been a bit sporadic, it's all on me. It's been on me. I am a family guy now, and I didn't understand how those stimuluses coming from the outside would cause such an effect on my ability to be able to kind of progress. And I'm going to open up about all of that in the next vlog that you will see, which will either be up alongside this video, or if it's not up alongside this, it will be out within 24 hours. Because what I've found out that I do a lot of the times is I have great intentions of doing all of these things and then do not give any buffer zone for outside interference to come in and mess with my timelines, which is essentially what happens on every day with every person. And I am only just now, as a full-grown adult, learning to buffer those things and to not make promises that I have full intentions of keeping, but chances of doing are actually very slim. So then I end up feeling like I've failed, even though I've really tried. And that is a very negative loop to be on. And it was one that I caught myself in over the past 12 months, and I am now out of that. So there will be a now consistent upload of Worst Pain series videos alongside getting back to my own content on this channel with the vlogs, with the training, and helping you guys follow the path that leads me in and out of that Worst Pain series. And if you haven't seen that, it is called Iron and Ignition, and it is completely brand new, and it is just a love of mine, and that's why it's there. And if it grows, amazing. Building motorbikes, building cars. I'm actually in the process of currently building my own cousin his first ever motorbike, and it's going to be amazing. We're also building a Subaru rally car. We're bringing back some of that 90s love into some more executive cars. So we're doing a lot of fun things, but essentially it's all for personal stuff that we're going to be messing with and driving with, and also hopefully go banger racing. So yes, lots going on, and it's just now a time for me to dive it all in. Thank you all for the support. It's been absolutely amazing, and the love of when we come back every time, even if there's been a big break or not, that you guys show. There's no words. You help me do something I love, and I hope that we give back enough to you guys that you are able to carry on doing things that you love too, in a healthier, happier way with more knowledge. So yes, I shall catch you in the next Worst Pain episode, which will be the tennis elbow that we will be fixing, which was this arm again, and is no doubt we will find part and parcel of this issue. Trickle-down effect. See, we're just poor with all the knowledges all the time. You fix one thing, you end up fixing 5. So, until the next one, thank you for all of the love. all the support, and we shall take no more big breaks. I promise. And this is one I will not break. You will not break the promise. Don't do the hand thing. Don't do... Do it, baby.